Hey, Kathy. There are a lot of people out there that want to get SBA 8A certified. Let's talk about the qualifications for the certification so they can learn more about it.
In order to qualify for the 8A certification, there are 5 areas we will discuss that the SBA tests to determine if a firm is eligible. The firm must pass each of the areas.
Right, Kathy. The areas are establishing the owner of the firm is socially disadvantaged, establishing the owner of the firm is economically disadvantaged, the owner must not have any ethical issues and be free from ethical entanglements that might impair his or her judgments, establishing the owner of the firm has unconditional control of the firm, and establishing the firm itself has the potential to complete federal contracts.
That's right, Mark. Now let's talk about them in more detail. The first one is social disadvantage. Generally, to be socially disadvantaged, 51% or more of the firm must be owned by an individual or individuals that are both U.S. citizens and at least 25% of their blood heritage comes from a recognized minority group. For Native American Indians, the test is the ability to provide proof of membership to a state or federally recognized tribe. Women, service-disabled veterans, Middle Eastern Americans, as well as people who have a handicap, can also be eligible. However, they have the additional burden of proving they are socially disadvantaged, as they are not in a presumed group.
That's right, Kathy. And similar to that, the second one is economically disadvantaged, which also applies to the owner. To be economically disadvantaged, the owner must establish that they meet 3 financial criteria. First, he or she must have a 3-year average income that doesn't exceed $250,000, not including a spouse. The starting point is the individual's adjusted gross income from their individual tax return, but many exceptions apply, such as the pass-through income from their firm. So if you're close, you'll want to call or email us for additional guidance. Second, he or she must have an adjusted net worth that is less than $250,000. This doesn't include a spouse, his or her personal residence, the value of the applicant business, and any retirement accounts, provided there is a penalty for withdrawal of the funds. Third, he or she must have less than $4 million in total assets, not including a spouse.
That's right, Mark. And the final criteria for the owner is no ethical issues. For this, the SBA will look at his or her past with regard to any misdemeanors or felonies they may have committed. The SBA will want to see that it was minor or some time has passed with no repeat issues. Additionally, the owner cannot be a current federal employee. They must be up to date on their federal taxes or have a payment plan in place with the IRS. Lastly, there is a waiver process if a family member currently or in the past has owned an 8A firm.
Thanks, Kathy. Well, we've covered the 3 areas that pertain to the owner. Now let's discuss the 4th and 5th areas that pertain to the firm. The 4th area is the firm must not have any control issues. This means the owner has 100% control over both the strategic and day-to-day operations of the firm. The SBA will conduct many tests to verify this, including a review of the firm's operating agreement or bylaws, leases, customers and subcontractors, bank signature cards, loan agreements, the appropriateness of the owner's technical and business backgrounds, as well as how the equity of the firm is held and controlled.
The 5th and final area is demonstrating the firm has the potential to successfully complete federal contracts. The SBA reviews 4 criteria in evaluating this. First, the owner of the firm must be working full-time for the business. Second, the firm should be currently profitable on its most recent tax return and have a positive net worth. Third, the firm should have been in business for at least 2 years prior to applying. In some cases, a waiver can be granted for this rule. Fourth, not more than 70% of the firm's revenue can come from a single source. There can be an exception if the firm is applying with a waiver for item 3 under 2 years in business.